Welcome to War 6 of Season 24. This is Dilly. Got some different fights from usual. Starting off here on Path 4, I got this spiderham. Then domino. And then, if I remember right, I go to 9 after this. This is a few days ago. I go to 9 with this Cosmic Ghost Rider and Dragonman. Not big deals. And then this stryfe on 49. And, well, that fight's a little bit different than what I'm used to taking on 49. You'll see what I mean when I get there. You'll see Mysterio on my team. I'll probably put that on the thumbnail. I'll be using him for this spiderham and for this domino. One of the utilities of spiderham is when you place a poison on the opponent, if they're a Spider-Verse hero champion, then they cannot evade. So for, classic Spider-Man, Stark Spider-Man, pretty much all the Spider-Men, then they can't evade. And Spider-Ham is one such example of a hero from the Spider-Verse. So that's kind of my plan, but I kind of expected to possibly slip up because of limber or whatnot, so I threw all the indestructible to be safe. And so then you can see I went straight for a medium combo. That gives me the gas charge, and then I can go straight into an attack. Here you can see I'm just kind of backing off to let some of those weaknesses fall off me, and I probably shouldn't have done that just yet, but it is what it is. And overall, this fight went pretty well until right there when I threw the SP2. I probably shouldn't have done that. I didn't realize the power stings would be quite that bad, but is what it is. I wasn't too worried. There you can see I almost ate it there, and here I'm just trying to get that parry off so I can land the heavy. As you can see, it's a little bit more difficult in War because of the limber, but I got through it fine. I healed a little bit back from it from willpower, just from the weakness and the power popper, but a few pots, no big deal. This fight, I'll go ahead and say I do not play it quite properly because I did not take the power alternator into effect well enough. And then I find out something about Mysterio's abilities that I did not quite know. So there I'm looking at heavy hitter, so I know I'm either going to have to re-parry or get lucky on the parries. And otherwise, I can't punish. And right there at the beginning is probably something I should have done a little bit more, is hit into her block, because you can see I get cornered in this fight a little bit, just because, I get some bad luck. And there I'm just trying to build up the gas charges, and here there's where the power alternator kind of screwed me. And so now I've got all the charges I need, but I need to get to an SP2, and she's making it rather difficult. So here I'm just trying to get that parry off so I can have my opening. And I should probably ask, I don't think there's an opening, but here's where I screw up. I went for full combo into the SP2, but I was kind of nervous at this point because things hadn't quite gone to plan, so I fired the SP2 a little bit quickly, and I learned there that Mysterio's SP2, as long as you throw it, the power drain will apply whether you hit them or not. So I was like, oh, well, that's good news. So that's a good piece of information to know, as even if you completely mess it up like I did on that one, just throw the SP2 and the power drain will still apply. Although I think she still could have, right at the ending of the SP2, had like a split second to throw an SP3. So I got lucky though. So I mean, obviously not well played. And the power alternator, I probably should have slow played that a little bit more in the beginning, like at the start, just hitting into the block, not worrying about getting power, try to get to, a bar or so. And then, after that, after the first cycle of the power alternator goes through, then worry about it. This fight I really don't talk about. I'm not talking about it much because it wasn't really all that interesting. The SB1 evades not that tough. You just kind of get used to it. It's each of the dodges have a rather large window to dex out of. It's not like Korg where you've got to be dead on right or you're gonna die. It's pretty safe dex windows on that one. I've done it a lot of times. And then going into this dragonman, I was very confident going into this. I mean, after that last war, I was like, this is no big deal. I don't throw on an invulnerability or anything like that. I'm like, I'll be fine. And this might be my cleanest dragonman fight I've ever had. The plan's still as usual: bait out the heavies, get him to an SB1, and then have him throw it, block the last hit or two, and then use that to punish and heal up off of willpower. This one I can block or I can parry stun whenever the timer's not up, but yeah, you can see I just nuked him down really quickly. That was a very clean fight, 16 hits. So, and here we go into the fun fight, and I make a few mistakes on this one. I've never done it before, trying to use torch on one of these hazard shifts, and probably my biggest, well, here I'm reading through his abilities, making sure I'm not forgetting anything, but the way you want to deal with him with torch is build him up to an SB1, then you can let him throw it. You dodge the first little kick thing. He'll throw out the ball, which is an energy blast. You block that for the heat charge on yourself, or temperature and all that. And then you go right in after you block it and attack, and you won't miss because if your heat charge is high enough. So my mistake in this fight is that I should have hit more in the poison phase, but not a huge deal. So here you can see I'm just attacking like normal because we're still in the incinerate phase, and that's really all I'm looking at right now is the incinerate. And here he throws the SB1, and because my heat wasn't up high enough, I knew I wouldn't be able to do that. And yeah, I got a use of an invulnerability right there too. But you can see now my charges are up to, or my charges up to 8, and then my temperature's rather high, so it's all good now. I'm just trying to bait out the special one now, and in the poison I only did 1 hit. I probably should have been doing a 2-hit combo, like either a medium or a medium light, and just 1 poison on you, it doesn't do that much. I don't even think it offsets willpower, but whenever you can see there where I did a medium light medium, if all 3 of those would have put a poison on me, I would have taken some damage. But overall, it's still a pretty simple fight. If it is a rank 3 6-star, it'd be a little bit tougher, but still very doable, as long as you can keep your spacing, which against him isn't too difficult. And so I'd say stryfe overall, not too difficult a defender. Here's my kills, up to 25, 3 deaths, 89, almost over that 90% solo rate, so I'm looking a little bit better there. TDRs, 32.48. My solo rate bonuses getting down to 2.74, so I might be able to get that back pretty close to 0 by the end of the season, hopefully. PR rating, and then PR rank in the BGs, 8, and overall 26, so a lot higher than I like to be. I like to stay in the teens range, 10 to 20, that area. But, start off rough, then you can be trying to climb up the rest of the season. So hopefully I'll get there. Y'all have a good one.